Hi friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to be cooking some pierogies. So who has heard of pierogies? Have you guys heard of it? Have you tried them? I have never tried them and I've never attempted to make them either, but today is the day. So I am of Polish descent. Majority of my culture is Polish. So this is a Poland dish that I am going to try today. So I'm super excited because that's my heritage, and so I'm super excited about trying it. And so I thought I'd bring you guys along with and see if you guys like them, and you can try them. So I am going to be making the dough right now. I have 2 pounds of russet potatoes boiling on the stove. That's what it calls for. It's like a it's like a potato stuffed dumpling is what pierogies are. They're like so good, and they're topped with this buttery bacon sauce, which is yum. So who wouldn't like this, right? So right now I'm going to be making the dough while the potatoes are boiling, 2 pounds until you can put a fork through them. So the dough is a cup of warm water goes in here, and then 1/4 cup milk. I got this recipe offline, so I have it written down over here because, again, it's my first time ever making it. And so I hope it turns out, I hope it's not a complete failure. 1 egg, and then 2 tablespoons of sour cream goes in. I'm going to use my fingers, so pardon me, but again, it's just my family. So 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Let's get that out of the spoon there. And then a teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to whisk this together. Let me just rinse my hand off there. So let me grab my whisk, and then we're going to add flour. We whisk this together, and then we're going to add a little bit of the flour at a time. And then you're going to want to use your mixer, and you're going to want to use the bread attachment. The dough, bread, whatever attachment. What?
Dough hook.
The dough hook from the director back there. All right. And then it calls for 2 cups of flour, so we're just going to put in a little bit at a time. I'm just going to put in a little bit right now. Whisk it together. Until it starts getting thicker, and then I'll put it on the mixer. I'm super excited about this. Do you guys, whatever your ethnicity is, do you guys cook? Do you have certain things you make in your family that's from your heritage? I'd love to hear from you. We do cook a lot of Polish type food growing up. Like, we love kielbasa and sausage and different things like that, but and we make dumplings a lot. Like, my sister Heather's really good at making pork and dumplings, but I have not been that good at making those kind of things. We're just going to put it on too. And make sure you scrape down the sides, because it always the flour likes to go onto the sides of the mixer. If you want to get in here so you can see in the bowl. Can you see? Have to add more. It's looking a little too sticky, but we will see. We'll mix it a little bit more. I'll get the flour that likes to settle on the bottom. Mix it a little bit more. add a lot more flour to your dough than just the 2 cups. I had to add in more, closer to probably 3 cups. So when you're mixing it in the mixer, and you still may have to add more. So it needs to pull away from the mixer, and it needs to not be sticky. You want it just more like a dough. Because I'm having to add quite a bit of flour here because my dough is still pretty sticky. So my potatoes are done boiling. See, they're sticking to the countertop. Boil the potatoes, and you can mix them up, mash them up however you want to. I put garlic, onion powder. I put some butter in there and some sour cream. I mashed them like you normally would. And then I just cut out the dough. I don't have a biscuit cutter, but if you have a biscuit cutter, that would work. Roll out the dough. You want it pretty thin. And like I said, mine are sticking. They're still a little too sticky, so I'm just trying to flour them up here. And then all I used was a cup because I don't have a biscuit. So you want a nice round cup. And you go around and you cut out the circles. And I'm even pressing them out even more thinner as I go. You put a dollop of the mashed potato mixture in the middle. That's probably a little too much, but we'll make it work. And fold it on, and then you just want to pinch the edges. Like this one probably is a little too much. So I just go around and I try to pinch them. And then you can do more of a decorative edge if you want to get fancy with these. But I'm just trying to get them done. See, this one's sticking. They're just too sticky. I gotta add more flour. So I cut the dough in half, and then keeping the other half underneath a bowl so it doesn't dry out. That was a good trick that I learned. And again, you could do whatever kind of potato mixture that you want. You want to season it however you want. Just make sure they're sealed there. You could probably even do like a fork. So you have all these little pockets, potato pockets, potato dumplings. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a pot of water, which I should have boiling, but I don't because I'm behind. But I am frying up the bacon. You just want to cut up some bacon here. Just bacon pieces. I just want the little pieces.
About a half a pack.
Yeah, however much you want to put over your pierogies. If you want more, then you can do more. So just cut up your bacon and start frying that on the oven. If you want that done when these are done, so you can dribble the bacon and the butter over the pierogies. I'm just going to do one more. Let's see how these turn out before I do the other batch. So just again, trying to spread it out. I got quite a bit of potatoes here, but I'm sure they'll get 8. Try to just shove that potato mixture in there. And I'm sure people who make these all the time are just like, ugh. I'm sure I don't have the greatest technique yet, but this is my first time. And so there we go. We got a plate full of pierogies. And so I'm going to get a pot of water boiling. Once it's boiling, we'll pop those in there and boil them. And then when they're done, we'll put them on a plate. And then we're going to put the bacon and butter droppings on top. So we'll meet you back here. Okay. We boiled those, oh shit, I always add too much. We boiled the pierogies. I think a couple of them busted open, so the potato mixture leaked out. So hopefully they're still good. So really make sure you pinch them and close them good when you're folding them up. And then we did the butter and 2 tablespoons of bacon, 2 tablespoons of butter, and we fried up all the bacon. change out that water because I think that has a bunch of potatoes in it. Okay, and then all you do is you put the bacon and butter mixture over the pierogies, and I just put a little parsley on there just for some color. And so I'm gonna dive into this one here. And we boiled them till they floated, and then we boiled them for another 5 minutes after they were floating. So I don't know if that was too much or not. I guess we'll find out. 'Cause, again, my first time doing this, so I'm not sure how to boil that. But you can see the potatoes in there. Yum. So we got some bacon and some butter. Oh. That's pretty good.
Does it taste like it?
Tastes like what?
Pierogies?
I don't know. I've never had pierogies before. But they're good. It tastes like
Chicken?
like a dumpling. Like a potato. It's got the potato in there, but then the texture of the dumpling is more moist and chewy because it's a dough. But it's so good. Then you have the saltiness of the bacon and the butter. I'm definitely Polish. But those are good. Alright, so there you have it. Pierogies. They're really good. So even if you're not Polish, give them a try. I'll probably have to perfect them and play with them a little bit more. Get them down pat. But definitely I will be making them again. So enjoy. Have a good Sunday.